Flames Talk is brought to you by Molson, made from Canada. Beaches Quality Drywall, not just our name, it's our commitment. And South Centre Fine Cars, your Calgary Porsche dealership. Grant, let's talk about the Calgary Flames on a bit of a roll, 6-1-1. Interesting to see Brandon Morrison's coming on fire since he's been inserted back into the lineup so much that they've been able to send Horak back to the minors. Jarome has finally found a bit of a spark. Jokinen, I think, is the best player all year, personally.
Consistent.
Yep, other than their goaltender.
Yep.
So right away, people are dropping back to last year and thinking, hey, we've seen this movie before. Is it enough?
Yeah, that's a good question. First of all, I think watching the Flames right now is just fun again. I mean, I think we have to be realistic. Finally, yeah, because it's been a tough October, November, or part of November. So I think we got to take this in little, spades. 6-1-1, that's pretty darn good.
Yep.
To me, the big thing in the last little while, Mike, is seeing Iginla looks better.
Yep.
He looks like he's in control. Looks like he can dangle the puck. He looks like he can cycle the puck. He carries it. He's hitting. He's scoring. I think he scored, 7 goals in the last 11 games. He's on fire again. That, to me, is the number one thing for the Flames. Kiprusoff is so important for this team, but to see Jarome playing that way, I think speaks volumes how this team is. Is it enough? I don't think so, but I'm just going to enjoy the ride for the time being. There's a lot of components about this team that are working right now. Will it last long term? I don't think so. And by that I mean making the playoffs and staying.
Well, at least it's exciting for now.
Exactly.
Right? And the next little stretch is kind of wild because they're more away from home than they are, so their road game has to come up a notch. They've dominated the Oilers. They won again on the weekend, so if they can get more Oiler games, they'll be all right. It makes the fans happy. It makes Jay Feaster happy, so his outbursts earlier in the year are coming true. So, yeah, right now they are a better team than the Oilers. But, Grant, who the hell are these defensemen? Really?
I know.
Who are they?
Yeah, for a long time. I mean, the veteran guy, Corey Sarich, he's not even playing.
Yeah.
You've got Chris Butler, they got in the Regeer trade, playing pretty well.
Sure.
Puck carrying, good skating defenseman. Not physical at all, which may be to the detriment of the Flames. Then you've got Derek Smith.
Soft team, period, Grant.
They are a soft team.
Yeah.
Then you have Derek Smith. Nobody thought this guy would make the Flames, playing pretty well. You see him get the puck in the corner, carry it, and get it out. That's what they wanted to do. They're being successful. And, of course, T.J. Brody. I think he's fun to watch. Don't you think so?
Yeah. I thought last year he was the best player in preseason, and I was surprised
he struggled
it's in the back.
He struggled a little bit in the first couple of real games last year.
Yep.
But I think he's making a few mistakes this year, but I think that's allowed for a young guy like that. Exciting to watch those guys play. So I think you have to be fairly optimistic. This team is on the right track, and if they can get in the top 8, that would be phenomenal, because still, next year is the big turnaround for this organization.
Tired of going to redneck barbecues? Well, you better call Rocky Mountain Barbecue. Alberta barbecue cuisine at its best. Great tasting food, clean and efficient service. Check us out online or call Rocky Mountain Barbecue. A couple of rumors going around. First of all, you hear there's a major trade going to take place between the Argos and the Edmonton Eskimos, exchanging quarterbacks. Stephen Giles coming to the Eskimos, Ricky Ray going to the Argos with perhaps another player. To me, this does not make sense. Ricky Ray is a great quarterback. He's 32 years old. I don't know why they would trade him.
He used to make 400, but didn't he take a bit of a cut?
Anywhere between 350 and 450.
So that's pretty high for this league.
Sure it is.
Okay. Giles makes 250.
Yep, and 75 of it is guaranteed. And plus, he was signed before Milanovic became the head coach. So now he wants his own guys in there. Which, I have to ask, Grant, what does that do to the Henry Burr situation? Because you heard all those hot rumors. But I've heard this. The Stampeders have been approached by the Ticats. The Ticats want to do a deal. These guys, the Stamps, say, let's wait until after the New Year's, and maybe we'll get things done. You can see the Argo Stampeder relationship kind of cooled off somewhat because of the Chris Jones situation.
So let's make it clear: is Henry Burr under contract for next year?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yes.
So the Stamps can.
Stamps are trying to get Henry to renegotiate his contract so he's easier to trade. But he won't do that because then all of a sudden, if Hufnagel decides, well, hey, I've got this guy for X amount of dollars, we'll just keep him as our so Henry won't do that because he wants to have, he'll renegotiate his contract with another team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, So let's get back to the Edmonton-Toronto one. Why would the Eskimos get rid of arguably the second or third best quarterback in this league right now? I guess you got to put Cavillo, maybe Lule up. I don't know. But anyways, why would they want to get rid of Ricky Ray?
That's a good question. Unless it's financial, they want somebody younger that's a little more mobile, and maybe it's just.
Here's something
they haven't won with him the last little while.
Okay, here's something. Who is the best free agent on the market right now? Andy Fantuz?
Well, maybe
the most talented player, or did his stock go down when he came back from the NFL? I don't know. He got hurt, so
I'd say Jarome Freeman, the linebacker for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, could be up there too,
okay,
Grant.
But I think Andy Fantuz
but
is the biggest
he wants
star.
$300,000.
That's my point.
Yeah, he's not worth it.
But wait a sec here
He's
now.
not worth
so
it.
is a team like Edmonton, could they not be making room to try and attract Andy Fantuz financially? That's what I'm wondering about right now.
Here's the thing about that.
Would Andy Fantuz not be a good catch for any team at a good price? Even if he's the highest paid player, non-quarterback.
Here's what you run into, and I think it happens somewhat here with Henry Burris. When you're making that much more money,
fly flying around there.
that much more money than everybody else on the team, all of a sudden they start joking about it. All of a sudden they start talking about it. So I don't think Fantuz is realistic trying to get 300.
Mike, that's bullshit. Because
I'm just
yes,
saying
it
that,
is.
Grant.
Yeah, but it is for a team. If you've got what's this fruit fly? You got some bananas around
I think
here
it's
or
that Old
something?
Spice, the Old Spice you wear.
No, honestly now, if you're the highest paid guy and you produce and you win for your team, how can you complain about that? If you make a lot of money and you talk the talk, but you can't do it on the field or on the ice, that's when teammates get upset.
Yep.
And to me, that's where Henry Burris ran into trouble this year. He was all talk, but he was brutal on the field. And teammates said, you know, for instance, when he had that meeting in the end zone prior to the first playoff game or going to Toronto when he stunk. Like, come on, Henry. If you're going to be good, be good. And if you're going to talk the talk.
Fair enough. But when you're also making $300,000, $400,000.
But if Andy Fantuz makes that, Mike, comes to your team and gets touchdown and puts your team in first place, wins you playoff bonuses, you won't be bitching. So anyways, we're getting off topic here about the Eskimos.
Yeah, that's all cool.
I think maybe they're getting financially in a position to go after some good free agents, make their team better.
Can utility be a poster? Can utility keep you up at night, dreaming? Can utility put thoughts in your head? Depends on what you mean by utility. Introducing the new Porsche Cayenne and Cayenne S Hybrid. Lighter, more agile, more efficient. More Porsche than ever.